Hi everyone, it's BDevine. Welcome to DevineMiracles, and this is a special channeled message that is from Archangel Michael. And when I did the webinar on the weekend for those who are patrons, and we did a bit of a channeled message from Archangel Michael. This is my book, The Angelic Guidance. Sorry, it's close. I've got everything focused on the candles. So in 2013, this particular message was channeled, and my book was created through all channeled messages. But this one is about Archangel Michael and his message to all of us on our soul purpose. Okay? So if you've ever wondered, what is my purpose in this life? What happens before we are born? Do we really keep coming back? Then you will enjoy this message from Archangel Michael. And my husband said you need to read it out nice and gently to everybody so that you can listen to this fantastic message. If you do happen to be a patron and you haven't seen my free webinar on soul purpose, let me know, but the links are there on Patron. So if you become a patron, you will have access to this as well. It's about 2.5, 3 hours long, a webinar with meditations, information, channelings, etc. It's fantastic. So anyway, Archangel Michael is going to explain this. I really hope that this will help people who may be going through a really hard time at the moment, or who are struggling with missing people in their life, or who are just really confused as to what the heck we're supposed to be doing here. Okay? This was over 4 hours long of automatic writing. And if you like these, I will make some more. I will channel messages and read them to you if you like this. Okay, here we go. It is very long, so I hope that you will enjoy. Dear children of Earth, it's with great pleasure and pure light energy that I'm here to help you today and always. Every human being on this earth has the same soul purpose, meaning that you are here or have chosen to be here to heal the planet. It has always been the way of it for humans, and we angels have stood by at every single soul's birth and have continued to guide you eternally. For it is our universal service to you, humanity. Even as tiny infants, you could sense, feel, and later see us clearly. And mothers will surely testify to this, seeing their infant child looking at nothing in particular and smiling away. And so we angels stand with you constantly and visibly in 3D form for the first 6 months or so of all of your lives, so that you are not overwhelmed with the sudden loss of your friends and family on the other side, or what you call heaven. It is later in life that you find us again, always of your own choosing, as you were each born with the memories and abilities of your past lives and your time on the other side. But you're also in reach of your higher self. That is the part of you that exists with Source behind the veil. And so you're given the ability to connect with this part of yourself that certainly has all the knowledge and answers that you ever seek. Should you so choose to walk alone and never ask us angels, guides, or universal energies for help, we will still be by your side and wait for your homecoming, which to us is like a blink of the eye, as there is no time as you know it on the other side. This is something that you may find hard to comprehend because you think differently in linear time on earth. Every single time you choose to walk the earth, that is, born again, you do so at your own will. for a healed earth, you wouldn't have missed it. You wish to do your part in the great healing which is occurring right now as we speak. The world is changing to a peaceful existence, and this is something many of you have worked on for hundreds and even thousands of years. So you keep coming back to earth so you could do your part in this healing. Although when you are in the comforts of what you call heaven, you think that you will easily remember your life mission. And yet every single one of you at some point in your life are totally in denial or have no idea what is right or what your purpose is. So your soul indeed has many parts. Parts of your soul existed and cracked in past lives, and hence your earthly karma exists from these times. You have a unique soul essence, one which always comes back to earth time and time again. This essence is how people that you know now remember you, your soul essence, and have thus chosen to be near you again. Indeed, every single person that you know, and even your friends, are your friends because part of them recognized the essence of who you are and who you have been, and this familiarity is what makes you friends now. It is never by accident. The people that you meet, good or bad in life, they have recognized your soul essence in this life, and people may instantly dislike you or love you or want to stay near you or sense something different about you. Do not be upset by those who turn away from you or even hurt you, because you have now erased or cleared the karma or energy transference between you, whatever that may be. Therefore, your life, although not always straight away, will become easier and more peaceful with that part of it cleared. There are no accidents or coincidences, as you have carefully orchestrated events into your lives. Hard to imagine, isn't it? We angels don't understand how you humans keep coming back time and time again and go through such hardships, all for the one goal, a united and peaceful earth. But here you are again. We angels consider you all the bravest warriors. We see you in colours that to us resemble all the things you have been, will be, and already are. So again, when you are around negative people who affect you, or you don't feel comfortable in their company, just be aware that for whatever reason, your souls have looked at each other, and therefore the balance and your karma have been restored and cleared. The energy exchange between you is noted, and so then move on from this. Don't ever stay where you don't feel comfortable in life. This is true for any life question. Your heart will always relay to you the feeling that you need to follow. When you pass over from your earthly existence, the pieces of you, the soul essences that have been existing in the soul plane, will reunite with you, making you complete again. The pieces of you that are on the soul plane are like an imprint of which you were in the past, and all of those lives, And these are the essences that people in the past have remembered you from. When they tap into their higher self, they have connected with your soul essence that exists from lives past. And this is what mediums tap into with their readings, the soul essence of a person. For example, one might wish to speak with their grandmother who died 20 Earth years ago. The chances of this grandmother being on the other side are slim, considering that it's usually only 7 Earth years and you choose to come back again. So who is the medium talking to? Yes, she isn't in fact talking to grandmother, but she's talking with the soul essence of who grandmother was on earth. Those memories and lessons still exist on the earth plane and the soul plane. And so when a medium looks beyond the veil, the medium's higher self and the grandmother's essence can meet and talk and therefore relay messages to you. In a sense, grandmother's essence leaving messages for you on the other side of the veil. Yes, I know this is confusing for some of you because your earthly vision is that of 3D. So the complexities of the other side are difficult to grasp. Indeed, you will need to think or shift your consciousness to a higher level in order for you to grasp this properly. Even though you've been to the other side so many times before, each earth experience is there, so you will remember all of your abilities that you've been born with and use them to heal the world. Because of earthly limitations on your thinking, many still are in the old earth frequency, and naturally, doubts and fears will arise in the hearts and minds of these. So each of you have devised a plan of how your life on earth will unfold. Yes, you have pre-chosen your family, friends, lovers, children, etc. And although you may not get along with certain family members, for example, you wouldn't have chosen them if they were not your family previously. You are, in a sense, always returning to the same soul group, which ultimately gets larger over time. Some of you are even your own ancestors. In fact, most of you are. Each person you meet has a connection to you, and this is eternal. The fact that you have crossed paths is not coincidence, rather part of your life plan and theirs. No matter what decisions you make, you are always going to follow the same path, and that is to find peace and happiness in your life, which in turn has a ripple effect on the healing of the globe. Oh, so you thought it had to be a huge job. No, you see, there again, you're thinking on a linear level of 1 + 1 = 2. Your happiness brings peace. All of your emotions have effect on the earth. And so this travels through all your energy centers, into Mother Earth, even into the cosmos. And so the more love, compassion, happiness, and peace you have within you, the more is transmitted to the universe, and then the earth is at peace. Finding the happiness within and being at peace with your life will be the biggest challenge that you face. But when you give into it, you will find that suddenly all makes sense and you will feel your soul purpose. As you can see, there's a lot of work to be done. There'll be no end of the world, although you will still have to adjust to the climatic changes, and the results this will bring, as well as the movement of the Earth's tectonic plates, which are always shifting, which will in turn cause more worldwide events. However, this is not from God, but the effects of the decision people on Earth have made, thus affecting the Earth's aura also. But from these Earth changes happening, as we have seen in the past, people band together and unite in rebuilding and helping others and showing their compassion. And although this is difficult, the flow of light from people does so much for the repair and well-being of Mother Earth that you'll live in an entirely different and peaceful world. But the rebuilding together, as we angels have seen you do so many times before, repairs the damage, makes things better, changes come into play, and slowly but surely, world peace will become yours. Remember that there's never ever any type of punishment from God. The universal energy you call God or Allah, Elohim, Jesus, etc. is not responsible for the choices that people make. He does not make you sick or make children die. Remember that your destiny is pre-chosen. This includes your time of death. This is always chosen for the benefit of others. Although your family will not see this as a benefit in losing a child or family member, not right away anyway, but later can become realized within you. Your loved ones generally will choose to come back to earth quickly as a child born to be with you again, family with family. The essence of a person or people who walked the earth is what you will miss the most. The higher self stays behind the veil, and you are separated again from your whole self. But the memories of lives past and your guides and angels or universal energies are kept intact, locked away in your heart and mind, ready for you to discover again. You're all born with an angelic seed that gives you multiple abilities that you are naturally capable of. No one human is more special or gifted than another. You have the abilities of what you think an angel can do, yet very few of you find it, embrace it, and believe it. When you are on the other side, there are no limits to what you can do. This is never lost when you're born on earth. Your job is discovering that you still have these abilities. This is why we angels who never incarnate think of humans as so wonderful and brave. We angels understand the limitations you face in your life. We told you all before you came back to earth again. Are you sure, with all the hardships of earth, you want to do it again? And you stood at the winds of birth and said you wouldn't miss it. And please don't let me forget what I came to remember. The winds of birth or the vortex of birth would feel to you as though you are what you call skydiving. A rush of rainbow light swirls around you, softly hitting your face. If you can now imagine this scenario, you've just remembered it, then you are born. So your soul purpose is one of memory. You are remembering what you are here for. You are remembering your gifts. And when you start to put it all together, you are a lighthouse or a way shower to others. In effect, you are all each the masters of the universe, and you teach those that are seeing your inner light radiating and the difference in you, and they wish to learn and grow. Through this they reach their own mastery, and on it goes. There are those who wish to exploit others for their own gains. Some of these have become quite good at leading people and then taking from them all their time and money. Do not concern yourself with what others are doing. If something does not feel right to you, do not follow this because it isn't right, but let others walk their own journey. You should only ever seek knowledge from yourself. If you feel you cannot do that, then only trust others who teach you how to do it without wanting power in return. This never works. Knowledge should come freely. So people are capable of doing wrong, thus creating this ripple effect. But the darker layers of the human being can be cleansed with someone who shows compassion and love to them. A person who is giving in to darker urges knows that this is harmful and feels that it is wrong. But again, you humans have the ability to make choices that either harm or heal. Since one candle can light a darkened room with its brightness, it shall only take one person to shine light in those dark places for a dramatic healing to unfold. Dear humans, if you have a talent that you wish to express and it will bring you happiness, then do this. If you're looking for a life purpose, then don't limit your thinking to any one subject. You each have the ability inside you to use the power of your thoughts to manifest your reality. Seek not to know about others. Let others walk their own path and you walk yours. It's not your duty to worry or concern yourselves with others. Let them lead their own life, and you may find that they instinctively know what they are doing anyway. So many of you spend your life worrying about your finances, your children, and your job, etc. This stress is unnatural to a spiritual being as yourself. And so this forms hard pockets of energy that clump together and leaves you feeling drained and foggy in the brain. You have the ability to open your brain function to its full capacity if you imagine it taking place. Don't you see, dear humans, that if you can imagine it happening, it will be so? Maybe not instantly, although the thought triggers an energy vibration for that to happen. But if you doubt, this will change it. If you don't want it, this will stop. And so you can see that with the power of your thoughts, you can make any single thing you want become your reality. If you wish harm to others, then indeed, you will certainly bring harm back to yourself. And this is directly against your soul purpose. You will have to come back to earth and learn this lesson again, instead of lifting yourself to a new awareness now. And if you so choose, you can stay in spirit and become a guide to others. And each of you has had this task in the past at your choosing. More of you are evolving to your highest state. The children that have been born for the last 20 years or so are vibrating naturally higher as you have evolved again. So you older ones will be able to help the younger ones, who you may have noticed have never really been worried about the fate of this world. You try to get them to see that they need a job, education, security, etc. But their goal is on their own happiness, and they just sense that no matter what they do, they'll be okay, and they are right. This is the feeling all humans should have. As the generations have changed and evolved, your own parents had higher standards than you may have had with your children, and that's always been the way of it. Each generation has evolved in different degrees, so it's harder for some of you to let go of ingrained beliefs or the right and wrongs of life. Do not seek to make your life difficult with unrealistic expectations. In reality, there should be no expectations at all, since nothing is ever totally how it seems, and thus life can change in an instant. You could go to work on a different route, and thereby you find a lottery ticket. You decide to check it, and your vision of having wealth becomes a reality as it's a winning ticket. But what if you had gone a different way to work? Would your dreams still come true? Yes, it will, but maybe not as easily or quickly. Or, if it wasn't this time, maybe there's even more coming. So when you have had a vision about what you wish to achieve, it will involve effort or action on your part, as your angels and guides will co-create miracles with you. We cannot make your dreams come true like magic. We only enhance that which you already have inside you and create opportunities in your life to have the things you are seeking. It will be up to you to notice the signs of this happening. Once you develop your awareness of your life journey, you will find that some of the goals and dreams you once had are now different. The most important thing in your life journey is going to be to remember who you are and then walk that path. It may mean that your choice of friends or habits, for example, will change because they no longer serve your purpose. Embrace the parts of your life that bring you joy. And for goodness sake, do not feel guilty about anything that you do or have done. If you are not causing harm to others or animals, and you have the best intentions in life, then don't feel bad about other things you do. You do not need to punish yourselves or fear that a huge being called God is watching you. The creator energy that is called God does not watch your every move and mark this off in a large book and then wait for you to die and then tell you that you're not welcome. This way of thinking is human-based fear tactics. Look how this old frequency continues to frighten you into believing that you should be ashamed of yourself or you're not good enough to enter heaven. If any organization or religion, for that matter, makes you feel like you are weak and they are strong, simply walk away. If you are promised power, money, or status, yet have to give all of these things up first, walk away. The religions and churches of the world are all still in an old frequency, yet all should be free to choose. Bless those who follow their path, but simply walk your own way. So only enter into a belief system that you feel comfortable in. They should help you to grow as a person and not hinder you or make you feel bad for anything that you have done. The way of religion will change when the younger generation takes over. This indeed will bring more people to it, but it will be taught in a more loving, compassionate, and less restrictive capacity. You know in your heart what will resonate with your soul. Listen to it. It is your inner compass which you set to always steer you in the right direction. You should never be forced to make choices or force changes on anyone, as everything has its place in your life and the lives of others. Do not evangelize that which you know, but rather lead by example. And people will naturally be curious how you look so happy and aglow and nothing bothers you. How do you do it, they will ask, having no idea how far you have come to reach the state you are in. So in your lifetime, you will guide others step by step with your knowledge. But it will always be up to the individual how they choose to rise above and see things from a new perspective. Humans go wrong and actually turn people away from what they believe by forcing their views and opinions on them. This should never be the way and will also never truly work. So live your life how you choose. If you wish things to be different in your life, then start to develop your own abilities and use the power of thought to change your reality. When someone has wronged you, try not to figure out their motives. This only causes more confusion. Just send light to the person in your thoughts and remove yourself from the situation. Yes, it really is this easy, but because you humans have gotten into a worry habit, you will first doubt that anything can or will help you. Also, you've never lived without worry of some kind, and thus it makes sense to hold on to what you know. But if you just for a moment forgot about the problem and instead imagined for yourself a healed reality, we angels get to work to make it so for you. Because of course, we want you to see how different and easy your life can become. When seeking relief from the stresses of your jobs, find comfort in the fact that you can have your dream job, and if you ask for assistance, then watch and follow the doors that open for you. It will be available quicker. Don't ever force yourself to stay in positions that make you miserable. Trust that all your needs will be met if you're asking for assistance and imagining it so. Where your children are concerned, and you have no idea how to reach them or make them understand you, remember that when your child is ready, all the lessons and love that you gave them will shine through in their lives. Like a jar with a lid of love opened, this will pour out and be reflected in all they do. They are listening to you, and although they may not always show it, you have shaped them perfectly for their time on earth, so let this worry go. When you are longing for a special mate to share your life with, remember that this too is predestined by you. And so sometimes you may have given yourself the chance for a couple of options in your romantic life. Don't concern yourself with this. Instead, trust that the right person for you will show up at the right time. Don't be hard on yourself. If you haven't done what you call the best things in life, instead of living in that frequency, rise above and know that no exact experience will ever be repeated again. If you come into hard times where all is going sour, don't sit there and presume that you know how it will turn out. Think instead that it's a good thing to have come to this hole in your life, because this is arranging your prayers to be answered fully. And as soon as this happens, some things that do not belong in your life will have no choice but to fall away. So life is not about having the best education, car, job, house, or partner, unless those things are truly making you embrace your happiness. The most important part of your soul purpose is to find that happiness even if nothing else existed. This will require effort on your part. But once you have had enough of all the weight of the world, there is relief. It will be easier than you imagine. Even if you were sleeping in the street and you have peace with yourself and are happy with who you are wealthier than the wealthiest people on the planet because you developed your own self-mastery. Do you see your true potential yet, dear humans? Are you going to awaken to infinite possibilities? Some of you are already tingling with energy as you and your higher self connect and rejoice. Some of you will still be unsure but have read this anyway. And some of you will be happy to find something that you feel will really work. And to all of you people, we angels are here waiting to gently guide you forward. We will take you by the hand and lead you in the direction of your goals and your happiness. You will not need to feel pressured by restrictions on what you can achieve. We will help you to discover the magical wonder of which you really are. We can show you glimpses of past lives, and we can see all that you have ever been before. And you will also learn when you're ready to see about these things as well. We can heighten your senses and increase your awareness. If you ask for help in any situation, it will be given, but you then need to listen to your instincts and walk through the open doors. You will relax in the knowledge that you're always supported and protected no matter what comes into your life. You will understand that the only punishment is self-punishment, and how this is very damaging to you physically and mentally. And so finally you will feel like you are on the road to recovery, and indeed you are. You are all in different areas of your soul purpose, but the fact that you are reading this today shows that you're ready for the next step in your life. You have risen above all the lower emotional levels, and you can sense that now. Everything in your life will be different. Make the changes in your life that you feel are necessary, but never feel bad or angry with yourself for being in a human body. You all will pass over one day. If you haven't already altered your biological clock to stay young, and yes, you are capable of this too. And we will be there to greet you in spirit. The wonderful homecoming celebrations will begin. There's not one soul who does not have this same welcome. Some of you will be confused or still feel a natural pull to earth in your time there, but you can choose to stay in this energy field or move forward. The choice, even in death, is yours. If you have experienced a particularly traumatic passing, then you will have deep healing to recover from this shock. We will never leave your side, and we also are there to support your family as it adjusts to your transition. I cannot express the amount of times we angels have watched you in life and held you again in your passing. It has always been the way of it since the beginning of time. And here are some simple ways to evaluate your progression towards your ultimate soul purpose. 1. You make the decision that you are worth the best. 2. You focus on your goals and allow others their own goals. 3. Release anything that you hold in your prison cell. There'll be things that you hold on to as you go about your life. Hurt, abandonment, betrayal, abuse, regrets. The list goes on. All of these memories of each individual thing that you've ever been upset about in any way are still locked in a cell in your mind. Erase your problems with the power of your own thoughts, the same way that you allowed them to be there. 4, live one day at a time. So many of you fear the future, you worry yourselves about it. All you can do is live in the present moment. You can imagine the best future for yourself and draw happiness from that. But we can only live one day at a time. So never feel bad about anything you do in a given day. 5, ask for help. You sometimes think that you're the only ones on earth who have a particular dilemma, or who never ask for help, angels for help, or you forget that help's available. When you give yourself 5 minutes a day of peace, you can ask for help in any circumstance in your life. Look for the help to arrive in unexpected ways. Number 6, seek knowledge and share with your actions. Expand your knowledge on all things. Take or leave the things you choose. It's always up to you to decide what you believe is true. Your intuition will heighten as you connect with your higher self regularly, and so you'll become aware of what's right for you. Seek places in where you feel very, very comfortable. Now, Archangel Michael says at the end, "Dear ones, thank you for listening to the message, for following your guidance here, and for beginning a new light-filled life. It's yours to begin whenever you're ready. Don't let fear hold you back from your greatest accomplishments. If you fall down once in a while, get right back up and start again. There are no judgments, there is only love, pure and eternal. Embrace the life that is rightfully yours. You are far greater and stronger than you can imagine, and your efforts to make a difference will be felt for generations to come. Blessed be, I am Archangel Michael." So everybody, there's a lot of information in that channeling, and at the end there I was just doing the points, but there was more information again written up about each point. If you need help with connecting with your angels, or you would like to have your own personal connection, please contact me. All the lists will be below to help you to create a miracle for yourself in your life. Sometimes you just need to reach out and the help will be available. Thank you so much for being here. If you are interested in the Soul Purpose webinar for free, just become a patron. You can receive it. And until the next time, lots of love, many, many blessings, and goodbye for now.